So good morning, everyone. I'm from the NEO NGD. The NGD is responsible for the NEO's operation, and we do have like a three department. It's the eco growth, and the marketing and the R&D. So the topic I gonna be speech today is decoding the future. So before I bring the topic, I think I may just make some brief introduction about NEO, just in case someone don't know. Okay, NEO actually started on the 2014, and at that moment, the NEO's name is Shell. On the 2015, our open source on GitHub and then testnet is launched. On 2016, our mainnet launched. So till this year, like our mainnet already launched for the 3 years. On the 2017, we decided to rebrand our name to the NEO. So on the June of the 2017, we changed our name from the Shell and to the NEO. On 2018, we organized the first DevCon in San Francisco, and last year this year we organized the second one on the Seattle. On the 2019, and we holding like our NEO community assembly last month. Okay, what is NEO and what is NEO's ecosystem? This is what we currently status. NEO already have like 500,000 of community members in the global, and we do have 2 million wallet address. So our goal is to build a the developer friendly technical infrastructure, and we have like 300 developers in the global, and 7 developer communities in the Asian, in America, in European, in Russian, and Indian. So currently on the NEO's mainnet is average the daily transaction is 50,000, and our dApps the DAU is around 10,000. So NEO has listing on the more than 17% of the top 15 exchanges, and we have connected with more than 30 wallets. Okay, for what is NEO's next step? So as I have introduced before, like the NEO started on the 2015. Now it's 2019. So the technical is very important for us. So we are currently developing the NEO 3. And the NEO 3's mission is to provide the optimal infrastructure for the mass adoption. So generally said, is in the future, the NEO is want to become enterprise used blockchain. On the NEO 3, it have lots of the changes on the technical side. By the architecture side, we will use the DBFT 2.0, and also for the functionality, like we have the built-in the Oracle, NeoFS, and the NeoID. And for the tooling, we are integrated with the Visual Studio and extensive the document and the tutorial. Okay, so generally said, like in the crypto world, it's changed a lot every year. So I think on the 2013 and 2014, when I just entered this industry, at that moment, it's only the coins. They have the Bitcoin, they have the Litecoin, they have even the Dogecoin. This is all the coins world. Now on the 2017 and 2018, they have lots of the chain appear, like Ethereum, NEO, like lots of the chain is in the crypto world as smart contract. People can developing something on it. But what's going to be happened in the following years? The crypto world change a lot. So we believe like for the next couple of years, it may have the next generation of the internet. So it have 4 layers. The first layer is a content neutral network. The second layer is a state settlement. And the third layer is a transaction, and the fourth layer is application. So lots of people said like, okay, in the future it's a decentralized, it's a blockchain's world, but I think it's not very accurate. So I think the blockchain or even the decentralized, this idea is gonna be just the part of the currently the world. So in the future, it's gonna be like the decentralized and the centralized world is integrated, is together. So why the blockchain is supposed to be the part of the future? Firstly, with I think like for the in the future, the asset is gonna be digitalized in the end. Now, before we use just use the money, it's just the note. But now we're using the many kind of the way to pay by the cell phone. And now we have the cryptocurrency. And in the future, it's made like we only using the cryptocurrency, or we only using the cell phone or some other way to pay. And the second thing is blockchain naturally is very good at the security and the reliability. And the third thing is the privacy. And the blockchain actually can help the people to protect their privacy. And the first thing is the decentralized. In the future, like the decentralized actually can really lower the risk for the data storage. Okay, what is the NEO's position in the future? And it mean like what is the public blockchain in the future? So NEO's future, we are not planning to do everything for the next generation, but we are planning to do the things in here. Like on the state of settlement channel, NEO gonna be used the decentralized way to record the data, and also like we are currently also developing some the decentralized ID, the distribution storage, and the Oracle. And we also want to use the state channels, the cross-chain, the technology to connect the applications. Okay, what is the NEO's ecosystem and what our goal for this? The firstly, like for the NEO's blockchain, by the technical side, we wanted to just working by ourselves. We wanted to integrate with some other blockchain. We wanted to integrate with the real world. So we wanted to build a protocol. It's eco-friendly. It's no barrier to enter, and the transaction can automatically automate it and enhance the security. Okay, this is the NEO platform's architecture, and in this year, in the black area, it's like the part we already have. In this year, we do have 3 new functions. One function is the new blockchain, the toolkit for the .NET. So we have some research. It's like currently for the Solidity developer, it's have 15,000. But for the .NET developer, it's have 4 or 3 million. So it means like actually after we build the toolkit for the .NET, so for all the .NET developers can use the NEO's use our toolkit to develop the blockchain with our toolkit. And also for the NEO one, it's also SDK is help the developer to developing traditional developer to know how to develop blockchain easier. And also another product is the NEO FS. It's currently being built by the Russian team, and it's quite the same like the decentralized the storage. Okay, and the second thing is like how we support our ecosystem. It's mostly more on the project. It's on the institution we collaborate with. On the 2018, we find that like at that moment, like the market is have lots of money, and the project come to us is just looking for like, okay, could you invest us? But actually, no matter in Asia or in the European America, like lots of the new projects come to the blockchain, but they do not have the enough knowledge about like what is blockchain and what is the ecosystem in the whole world. So So we decided like, okay, in the future, like NEO is planning to support the project is come to the NEO ecosystem, not just the funding. We are wanted to help them to build a connection with every the important institution in the blockchain world. So I think we think that is really can increase the efficiency for their growing. Okay, so we start a program. It's called the NEO Eco Boost, and we're planning to use like 100 million USD dollars to funding the project in the future. But it's not just means like we're gonna be to use them in the half a year. But we hope like this fund can be used for the long term and can support the team with the long term. And the goal for this program is like we are looking for to support not all stage of the project. You can be like 3 or 4 people's small developer teams, and you may only have the idea. We can help you, and if you we also are gonna be support the dApps to the infrastructure which can want to build in the NEO ecosystem. We also want to support the institution, want to have the collaboration with the NEO. And this is the life cycle support. So we are going to be support including the funding, the technical support, the community support, and the promotion. So for the different stage of the project, we will provide the different kind of the support. Okay, so this is what is the life cycle support for us. So for example, for the small projects, we can help them to bring the seed users. We can help them to find the developers in our community to join them from their founding members. We also can provide some of the gas fees for them to lower their costs. And we also can have some grant program to give them like some funding support and to keep the projects running. So if the project is growing to the next stage, to the growth phase, and we will bring the project to our ecosystem. We will bring them to attend our events to give them exposure. We also can invest them with our eco fund. Okay, then after the project figure out like it's really can be used in the no matter in the crypto world or in the real world, and we will help them to make the more people to know this project, to bring the new user come to their project. Okay, we currently already have the more than 40 eco boost partner in our ecosystem. It's including the exchange, its wallet, its distribution channels, and our ecosystem project. So they provide the different support to them. So for example, like for the project, they already have the tokens and they want to listing in the global exchange. We actually can build the collection for them, and we can help them to listing on the exchange with our knowledge. And if the project looking for the user, in the end, we can help them to do the marketing, and because we already have a very good connection with the distribution channels and the wallet. And also, like if the project looking for some other support, like custodian service, like the community support, like the offline the event organizer, and the security things, like in our community, we do also have some other the EcoBoost partners. They can help them. Okay, so if any project in here or your friends and wanted to know the NEO ecosystem and wanted to join NEO and want to get the support from us, you can just send an email to the eg@neo.org, and we will to evaluate your project and have the eco growth manager to contact you immediately. Thank you very much.
Thank you, John, for the presentation. Thank you very much. So I guess we've got about 10 minutes of Q&A, so I'm going to open up the floor to anyone who has any questions. So raise your hands if you have any, and then we'll send a mic over to you. Anyone? Oh, Lloyd has a question. Yep.
So what's the main application that are running on NEO at the moment?
A main application. I don't think we do have like the main application, but we have many kinds of the application in the NEO's ecosystem. We do have the decentralized exchange. We do have like the game dApps. We do have like the dApps is currently is can book in the hotels. We do have the dApps is do the commercial things. And is currently already have the more than 100 dApps in the NEO ecosystem.
Do you guys, so everyone's talking about DeFi these days, decentralized finance. Is NEO doing anything to get involved in the DeFi space?
Okay, so for the decentralized finance, so that is a part we gonna be focused soon. So NEO's goal is not like we're gonna be to have the first step for our goal is not to have lots of the decentralized dApps, but we wanted to build the decentralized finance structure in our ecosystem. For example, I think in the end of the year, NEO gonna be have 4 decentralized exchange. We're gonna be to support the decentralized loaning and borrowing. We have the automatic swap the tool, and after all the infrastructure to be done, like all the developer and the project can come to the NEO's ecosystem to build their own decentralized finance project.
Any questions for anyone? I know I have more, but I'll let you guys ask if you want to.
So there are a lot of, like you mentioned before, like there are a lot of blockchains. So how does NEO stand out, like in respect with the other blockchains?
Sorry, could you speak louder? I can't.
There, like you mentioned earlier, there are a lot of blockchains.
Yeah.
So there's Ethereum, then there's many others. So how does NEO different from these other blockchains?
To be honestly, like currently, like I think most of the public blockchain, their function is quite the same. Like maybe they use some use the POW, some use the POS, some use the DBFT, and so lots of kind of the idea. But I think in the future, like the different public blockchain, they may do the different things in the whole crypto world after the crypto world is big enough. And for the different of the NEO, like our goal is more focused on the enterprise use. It's more focused on the developer side. So what we want to build is like our blockchain actually in the future it can support the mass adoption. So now I think the last year people talking lots about the TPS like it's 4,000, it's 100, it's 10,000. But I don't think the TPS is quite the most important things for the public blockchain. It's important, but I think like for the TPS, this kind of things, actually layer 2 can solve it. So for the NEO, like for the NEO blockchain, is the most important thing is stable and the security is for our the mainnet. So but we will to make the more comprehensive like infrastructure. And so that's why I said like on the NEO 3, we're gonna have more support on the cross-chain solution and have the layer 2 solution. And for that layer, and by that side, we're gonna be to support the mass adoption and to support the enterprise use.
Hi, you guys have started NEO name service. Any update on that?
Sorry?
NEO name service?
Name service, okay.
Yeah.
We do have a project, it's called NNS, it's a NEO name service. That project is start on the 2018, I think. But currently, I think the name service is not used very often in the blockchain world. But I think the NEO service, the name service is gonna be very important in the future. So that's why we're including in this thing in our NEO 3 plan. So in the future, like when you do the transaction, you don't need because you know the public key is very long. It's very hard for the people to memory to storage. So in the future, like if you do the transaction, you want to transfer like the 2 or 3 NEO or even more than NEO to the others. The only thing you need to do to remember is just like your personal the website. Yeah, I think that is a tool for the people to use the blockchain easier.
I've got a question next on a bit of decentralization of the NEO validated nodes.
Yeah.
So I remember at one point the NEO Foundation runs most of the nodes in NEO Foundation. What's the current status? How many nodes do you still run? And what's the plan to decentralize this further to the community?
Okay, so NEO have the 7 consensus nodes, and currently the 3 consensus nodes is running by the third party. The one is running by the Swisscom, one is running by our community, it's called the COZ, and another is running by the KPN. So actually, it's nearly half of the consensus nodes is running not by the NEO Foundation. And the reason we will gradually to involve more the project is to running the NEO consensus nodes. So on our testnet is currently have more than 10 consensus. More than 5 consensus nodes is running by the third party. So after the half a year later, like we both our side is become the stable, we will release more consensus nodes to them.
How many consensus nodes will we reach at its optimum level in its final state?
I think because currently we are developing the NEO 3, so it's gonna be. It's a very big update. It's have lots of changes for our mainnet. So I think after the NEO 3 is released next year, so more consensus nodes gonna be to release to the third party.
So would that be a maximum of 10 consensus nodes, 11?
I think in the future, maybe in the end, even the NEO Foundation may not running the 0 consensus nodes.
So is there a difference between the consensus nodes? Like for example, EOS has 21 block producers.
Yeah.
I think Tomo Chain has like 40 or so, and I think IoTech has 40. Tomo Chain 150 on Tomo Chain. So do you see what's the optimum number for NEO, like the number of validator nodes?
Optimum number, I think we are not really consider, but I think 7 consensus node is definitely not the end of the number.
Don't you think 7 is a bit too low? Like 7 guys control the entire network?
In the future, it may become the 13, it may become 21. Yeah, we can see a story. It's like we have 100 consensus nodes, but that's easy to like you find 100 people to running the consensus nodes. The difficult thing is like it's difficult for you to find the stable people or stable institution or project to running that consensus nodes. So what we expect like. Because we wanted to the enterprise use is our goal. So we wanted to like all our consensus nodes is running by the project is really can contribute to the NEO ecosystem. Not just like that consensus nodes running the NEO and can get the profit. It's not our goal. Yeah.
Any questions?
So I just want to add to my previous question. So you have the name service, NEO name service, right? But it's very much tightly coupled with the NEO infrastructure. So do you have any plan like it can interoperably operate with other infrastructure or other kind of public domain network? Because right now it's very much focused within the NEO, right? So if you are using any name service, and that's just for NEO, is actually not very useful.
Yeah, I think actually for the NEO service, currently it can only be used in the NEO, but it's not means like in the future it only can be used in NEO. We are also currently considered the cross-chain service. So I think people heard lots of news about the Cosmos, about the Polkadot this year. So I think the cross-chain solution is gonna be used in the future. It won't be only for the idea. So we also have some plan for the cross-chain solution. So after the cross-chain solution can be done, like the NEO name service definitely can used with other public blockchain.
I think you have time for one final question. I'm going to ask a question then.
Okay.
So there's so many blockchains that aim to go out and play and basically be the smart contract blockchain of choice, like Ethereum,
Yeah.
EOS, NEO, Tron. It's a very competitive market out there, and all these developers, it's a fight to get developer mindshare to build on top of your smart contract platform. So Ethereum is the leader in the space.
Yep.
And then you have Justin Sun of Tron going around throwing money, encouraging developers to come build on Tron. How do you see NEO winning the mindshare of developers to grow the platform ecosystem?
I think NEO is growing by its own way. Like the NEO is start on the 2014 and the mainnet on the 2016. So we is not quite aggressive the project. So we are more consider like in this world it's always have some superstar in the different time period. Okay, so but our plan is more like it really can provide the service. It really can help the enterprise to know the blockchain. So we are not a hyperledger, but in the next generation, in the next period, I think it's maybe in that world, no matter for the enterprise or for the individuals, they are really want to know the blockchain, it's stable, it's security, and it really can support them. So of course, the promotion is very important, and Ethereum has a very big ecosystem, and a lot of people use it. But I think for the NEO, we will be more focused on the technology side. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. That's all the time that we have today.
Yeah.
Let's give him a round of applause, guys.